Hey, what's up everybody? This is Indy and it's been a while, hasn't it? Well, I'm back and the first video I'd like to bring you is from our heroic Yor'sahj first kill last night. Sorry for the bit of a low res that you might be seeing, that's because this was pulled directly from my live stream. However, it was a first kill and I wanted to talk a little bit about healing this because most of the questions that I get discuss priests, which spec is best to heal with in Dragon Soul or heroic Dragon Soul content. The answer to that question I believe to be completely situational, in addition to that depending on your raid comp. For this fight, I felt deep down that disc was best, and I did a lot of research as to what disc spec and stat weighting would be best for this. I ended up going with an atonement spec, so I did smite heal, and in addition to that, I favored haste and crit. The reason for this is because during purple, you're going to have deep corruption stacked on the entire raid. This is not avoidable or dispellable. Every heal will add a stack of this debuff. If somebody reaches 5 stacks, they blow up, and most likely they'll blow up the raid because everybody's taking pretty heavy damage. So, I did realize that priests are pretty much screwed in this, being that everything we do will add a stack. Some classes have a little bit of leeway. From a priest-specific point of view, we pretty much will throw a stack on anybody with any of our abilities. However, in Disc, Divine Aegis shield procs do not add a stack. So if I bomb heal people and hit crit heals on those people, they're going to get an extra shield that will not count against their deep corruption stacks. So that said, I ended up going with that. You're going to see me doing a couple of different things in this fight. Do not smite or holy fire during purple because it will smart heal people and add stacks to other healers groups, and they'll probably be pretty grumpy about that. So it's certainly not an encounter where you're going to be constantly smite healing. However, using Archangel to your benefit right after your mana is drained is quite good. So definitely build up your stacks of evangelism, hang on to them, just kind of, you know, use them to your benefit. Because I had not been raiding with this spec very often in the recent past, you'll notice that I may not have my stacks up all the time in preparation for purple because I was still getting very used to pre-shielding my group right before a purple would go out, right before a mana void, because I would get a little something back on Rapture. In addition to that, pre-shielding my group seemed to be very beneficial because that would not count against their stacks if I got the shields up before the boss absorbed purple. And it gave me a little bit of buffer time when my mana was drained so that I could maybe cast a mana hymn or some sort of mana cooldown and have the shields up on my group. So that's what I did in these instances. For barrier as disc, we decided it would be best used during red, purple, black. So during those combinations, I would the entire raid would stack like right underneath the boss. The barrier would cover everybody, including the tank. And that was where I used that cooldown. Now at the very end of this first kill, you'll see me use it for a different combination, and that's just because the barrier was up. I believe the tank didn't have a cooldown readily available, and we just needed it. So we made that judgment call at that time. Also listen to your healing officer. I mean, like, they're usually the people that are coordinating everyone's cooldowns just to make sure that we get the best usage out of all of them. At least in our raid, that's how it goes. So as you see here, I'm using my raid cooldown for red, purple, black. Not throwing it down too early because obviously I had done it a few times, and if you have a second where no damage is going out, then that's a second wasted. From a general healer's point of view, this fight is nothing short of aggravating and frustrating. I mean, not only do you have to deal with being limited to the amount you can heal during purple, essentially when purple deep corruption is not out, then certainly help, you know, other healers. What I did try to do was keep the tanks shielded. Definitely, as a priest, holy or disc, keep palm bouncing around. That will not add any stacks of deep corruption. It's like our one thing that we can do. I reserved mine for the tanks. So even if the bounce was not finished on my palm, like I kept it up just in case the tank was really low and stacked high. Then I can throw that his way and assist the tank healer a bit. So, you know, we are limited during purple. It sucks. We can't really help anybody else because we can't touch their heal targets for fear of blowing up the raid. You know, our men is essentially stolen from us whenever blue is out, so it really sucks, and we have to deal with all of those things. However, based on my research from a disc point of view, I did find, after some, you know, tweaking and working, obviously it takes a little getting used to go back to this spec after raiding disc for so long without Atonement Archangel. So you know, you'll see me kind of flub a bit maybe throughout this video. If I really watched it over and over again, I'm sure that I would be like, well, why did I do that there? Why did I do that there? But you know, looking at my logs from this fight, Divine Aegis would always be up there with my top effective heals, and in this kill it is my second most highest effective heal. That just goes to show that what I was going for essentially worked. So if you are a priest raiding this fight on heroic, I would strongly recommend disc because it's really beneficial during the really hard parts of this fight. I certainly try to smite not only to build up my stacks of evangelism, but to help the raid when purple is not out, and I'm not going to risk stacking anyone with deep corruption smiting. So in summary and to recap, the most important things on this fight to remember are A, to top people off before purple hits. B, you certainly want to help where you can with smiting and holy fire and atonement healing. However, do not do this during deep corruption phases because then you're in trouble. You don't want holy fire to be up when purple begins. Make sure that that debuff is not on the boss or a mana void or anything when purple begins. That could be bad too. Remember, pre-shielding is a plus, and throwing around your Prayer of Mending is also awesome because this is the one of few things that we can do that won't add stacks of deep corruption. Like I said, I reserve my palm for the tanks for purple phases because sometimes they really need it. They need like an extra something, and pain suppression will add a stack, so it's pretty much one of the only things we can do without risking the tank blowing up. Throughout this fight, other spells that I would use were during non-purple phases when we didn't have deep corruption stacks to contend with, I would throw Prayer of Healings around. Essentially that will proc Divine Aegis on all of your targets, and even if it's a smaller one than if you threw a greater heal at somebody and procced one, it helps out the other healers. So Prayer of Healing. In a pinch I would use Binding Heal. This is because although it does apply a stack to my target, it will not apply a stack to me, and I would get a little heal out of it. And remember, use your Divine Hymn wisely, or as instructed by your healing officer. You're only going to get one of these most likely for this particular fight, so use it well.
There we go.
So guys, I will be frapsing the next kill of this boss to bring you a much more high-res video, but I did want to show this to you because it was our first kill, and it came with a lot of frustration from all the healers, so hopefully it provides a little bit of help if you're not a disc priest. Just on a healer standpoint, this fight can be very frustrating, and the best advice I could give you, regardless of your spec and role as a healer, is to just keep at it. Don't give up. This fight is very easy to want to give up on, and I'm really glad that my guild didn't. This was the last pull before our break, before trash respawn, and I am so glad we did because that was our kill. So best of luck to all of you healers out there on your heroic Yor'sahj kills. And again, I am back now, so look for more videos from me. I'm going to be putting out 2 to 4 videos a week for you guys. I can't wait. I'm really happy to be back. In my next vlog, I'll go into a little bit more detail as to where I've been. And yeah, it's great to be back, bringing you some new kill shot videos. So guys, enjoy the last few nail-biting moments of this first kill video. I sure did. And until next time, this is Indy with TGN. Thanks for watching.
We didn't get proof off the wall.
Yes, we did.
Wall's up.
I'll have a DG here. We should have divided the outskirts, by the way.
Please don't heal people outside your groups.
Yes, we really need to focus the boss on our
Rallying.
It's on.
What you can get in zero.
Focus the boss, just burn. 12% guys, burn.
Spread out.
Shattering.
Try to get a baller.
Any last
it. 6% guys.
Make sure you spread out.
Spread out. Spread.
It's green.
Do we want to try and kill an avoid for casting?
Just
No.
burn.
Kill him.
Burn.
8 mil. Burn.
It is purple healer, so watch out.
Keep going, go. Burn!
1 mil. Got it, guys.
Fuck you, Yor'sahj.
You piece of
Fuck,
fucking...
I almost got
Someone
away.
res me so I can piss on his dead body.
No shit.
Yay, thank you everybody. Best last night ever.
Jeez.
That makes me genuinely happy.
I would like to point out
Two
that I
useless
was not
stats.
craftsing. 'Cause I'm
Me
not-
neither. I stopped.
Damn it!
I was live
No one will
streaming,
ever know
don't
the
worry.
Yeah, live
I
stream,
was
man.
live streaming.
Yeah, save it from the stream.
I totally forgot. I was like, oh, we're just doing a tips. We don't need to craft.
Oh, that was extremely clean too. Like right up
I
until the
did.
we had 3 battle reses for people at the end, or 2 battle reses for people at the end.
Yeah,
there. That was,
it was
so
really
good, guys.
The way I popped my shit on you guys for the tanks, it's like fucking chemistry.
Hello, puppies.
Velo.
Oh.
I'm glad you decided to heal me tonight.
No, Lord,
I'm glad we decided to do that last pull.
No shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
no
you go, too. Yeah,
Break time, then
I feel
clear
a
up.
What
relief.
do we even get off this asshole?
I don't even know.